Hello and welcome to the Darren Green Show, your one-stop shop for celebrity gossip, news and music, pop culture, and the latest gab on social media. Be sure that if you are watching this on YouTube, to please leave your thoughts in the comments, leave a like, and if you're not already subscribed to the channel, what's going on, girl? Also, for the audio listeners, hey, be sure to rate this podcast and leave a review. Hey guys, I know I'm a little late today for the Wednesday show because I usually, when I drop my episodes, I like to drop it in the morning, 10 a.m. So I give the whole day of streaming. I had to do a lot yesterday, which I'm taping this on Wednesday. So yesterday. Tuesday, I work from like 12 to 8. I could have very much taped yesterday. Look, it's Memorial Day weekend. Okay. I had a 3-day weekend. Okay. So I definitely was living it up. Okay. Playing Sims, sleeping, getting into the things, and really enjoying my 3-day weekend. I'm giving y'all dry lip right now, child. Let me lather them up a little bit. No Diddy. We got to get into that too. That's a good little nudge. But yeah, like I was really just working on things. And then also that Tuesday I worked. And then when I got off work, I had to go live. If y'all didn't already know, I went live with Simply Sakina and some other mutuals of mine on YouTube. We talked about Summer House, child. Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, child. Did you hear they put a pause on that? I'm mad because like, how long is this pause? Because I need a season 3 immediately. Okay, let's be very clear. And then also today, like, I had stuff to do. I had to get my hair cut because let me tell you something. When I got on this, because I like to prep because I use Streamlabs and I have pictures that I need to show on this thing. So I had to prep or whatever. And I was just looking at my hair. I'm like, oh my goodness. Y'all listeners, okay, the ones that can see me, all right, the visual ones, okay, y'all need to be ready to be down when this ain't together, okay? Because I've been looking woofy for a couple days now. I came on this today. I was like, girl, what is going on? What is going on, child? I was just disheveled, okay? Very much. So I had to get my hair cut. And this barber, okay, when I tell you, okay, I feel bad because I went to another barber, but the other barber was the one that I used for my set at TMZ or whatever, messed up my damn hair. I went to this barber that I've been going to for a long time, child, less than 30 minutes, and it's decent, okay? That's why I said don't switch up on your barbers, okay? That's just the moral of the story, all right? But I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. I did as well. I didn't really celebrate Memorial Day other than sleeping and just enjoying my 3-day weekend. Don't they go so fast? They go so fast, child. I feel it's like, oh my goodness, I feel like it was like 3 seconds of my weekend. And then boom, Tuesday, got to go to work. Like, oh my goodness, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. And I'm still without car. So I had to walk to my barbershop. Okay. When I tell you how humbling that is, I did. That's my little intro to my workout journey because I am going to start going to the gym and doing what needs to be done. We're going to start on the treadmill. But I definitely got like some type of refresher today because when I tell you that walk was treacherous, but I did it. Okay, walk there and walk back. Okay, but it really is humbling to not have a car. I need my car. Hopefully by the end of the day, I'll have my car. I'll definitely update you guys. Anyway, I'm not going to hold you up anymore. We got some things to get into. We got to talk about Diddy. Many different stories is developing right now. And I'm so glad that things are moving and shaking when it comes to keeping our foot on his neck and him being held accountable. So we'll get into that. We'll also talk about Kim Kardashian and her Nepo baby, Northwest. Then we'll talk about Sean Kingston, how he is a scammer. Okay, a scammer. He's been scamming people for years, actually. Candace Owens thinks that adult film should be banned in the country. All that and more coming up on the Darren Green Show. All right. Now, let's get into our first topic because Diddy, Diddler, whatever y'all want to call him, child, he's been in the news, right? So I'm going to timeline everything. I might have to share my screen because there's just some other topics that are just been developing as I was getting started on taping this show. So it's a lot. So let's unpack it. So after a 6-month investigation on Diddy, Rolling Stone, okay, reveals that the 300 plus people contracted more than 50 former friends and associates spoke with them about their experiences, many off the record out of fear of retaliation. Several unnamed women claim that they keep far away as possible from Diddy, and after being caressed or after witnessing him fly off the handle if he didn't get his way. Now, it said that a former college student claimed Diddy repeatedly pulled his college girlfriend out of class, and whenever he was around, she tense up, who's previously admitted to having a temper since a kid, would allegedly scream at the top of his lungs at his girlfriend and, in quotes, whoop her butt. Dorm mates would reportedly yell into the halls, Puff is out here crazy. He beating her, singling everyone to try to help her. Now, he once allegedly used what appeared to be a belt to strike down these women. Kirk Burroughs, Bad Boy's co-founder, partner, and president, who was fired in 1997 and sued Diddy in 2003 for allegedly threatening him with a baseball bat and coercing him into signing over the stake in the company, claims that he once saw Diddy attack women at his offices. Felicia Newsom, first manager of Bad Boy recording studio, Daddy's House, claims that she once held Diddy back from beating one of his girls, as she fought another woman. Meanwhile, 90s hip-hop photographer Monique Bunn, who was close with many of the Bad Boy artists, claimed that Diddy was jealous of Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac Shakur's friendship. And when Diddy tried to befriend Pac, he didn't have any kind respect for Puff, Essentially, Tupac looked at him as just a corny executive, right? Now, as Pac and Big got close, Bun said that there was someone on the sidelines jealous. Before Big's death, he reportedly was preparing to leave Bad Boy, and his lawyers were fighting Diddy over publishing rights. Diddy reportedly insists, I'll never give it up until I'm dead and my bones are crushed into the powder. So there's a lot that has come out. Rolling Stone, I definitely implore you to read that article. It's a lot of people that's coming out. It's a lot of people that's unnamed. We got a name, and I'm not trying to say that these people shouldn't reveal themselves, but nothing really gets done if we don't really... Because once things get to the court, we're going to need, your name is going to be out there. Hopefully, some people will start to say, hey, this is me, this is my story, this is what happened, this is what I saw, in order to get Diddy to whatever. For the school stuff, they said that he, after attending the school, he would still, populate around there. It's so weird. I remember when I was in college, and it was, students that were no longer students, either they dropped out or they graduated out and they were still around campus and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, get a job. You you won. You got the award, or you didn't. So you need to be working. You need to be doing what you need to be doing. And just thought that was very weird. Now, I had some prepared notes that I really can't say no more, because I was about to say, this is all good. I'm glad that this information is coming out, but what happens next, and how can he get affected with this knowledge? Because people will always slap around, it's a statute of limitation or something like that. There's really nothing that we can do. It's like the same roadblock when we found out the thing with Cassie. But some stories done developed, and I will share the screen right now because, Diddy is possibly facing a grand indictment featuring all his accusers. Now, I'm going to read this clip, this little excerpt from CNN. It says, federal investigators are preparing to bring accusers of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs before a federal grand jury. Two sources familiar with the probe tell CNN the U.S. Justice Department is moving forward, potentially seeking an indictment of Combs. Things is moving and shaking. It's so crazy. I love how the news develops, and I love how it develops before I start taping, because once I bring up something and then something develops and I gotta go back and do all this other stuff. So things are moving and shaking, I'm here for it. And then, because there's more news, let's be very clear. The feds reportedly obtained surveillance video of a male ex-worker inside of Diddy's home. Man claims he was victimized by Diddy, and feds plan to use him as a witness in a possible indictment. Now, here is the clip from the news. I'm going to play it,
About the evidence that investigators could be reviewing here. So as I mentioned, those federal raids that were conducted on his homes back in March, obviously a lot of people wondering what was seized. We are learning now that federal investigators are in possession of video footage that was taken inside of Combs's residence. We hear that these investigators have been contacting individuals that they have seen on this footage. One person, in addition to the accusers who have filed these civil suits, is a male sex worker. That is what a source tells me, and that they have been brought in for questioning through these federal investigators. Now, when the raids first happened, we had a law enforcement source tell us at CNN that the investigation was largely based in sex trafficking, which is what HSI specializes in. Now we are hearing that scope has been widened and that investigators are really looking into all of these claims put forth in these civil lawsuits. That would include not just sex trafficking, but also money laundering and illegal drugs. I have a source who tells me, quote, "This is much bigger than just these lawsuits."
Yeah, things is moving and shaking, like I said. Let me go back to my notes to see if I have anything else to say, because there really is nothing else, but I'm glad that the ball is rolling. And I think it's so unfortunate, too, because they're talking that this is a male worker. I think things will start to really move now that we found out that, okay, so he's abusing men, too, and he's doing devious things to men. I'm not sure how the people are going to respond to this. Like how, because this is new. This is, I think this was no longer than an hour since this post went live. Yeah, 27 minutes ago. This is posted by the Neighborhood Talk, and I'm pretty sure it's being circulating all around the blogs out here. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of male podcasters talk about, oh, hell no. I know he was, now see, now I got to say no Diddy for the rest of the year. Oh, this is some homosexual shit. Yeah, I can already hear it right now. It's the same thing, because a lot of people don't like to remember. But if you know, what really got the ball rolling for R. Kelly, though, there was a male victim. Okay, there was a male victim that he was a John Doe. That's why we don't really remember, because it was a John Doe. He didn't want his name out there or whatever. But there was a John Doe for R. Kelly, and that's when all of this, you can say that the documentary on Lifetime was the catalyst in him getting to justice or whatever, but there was also a male victim, and then that's when everybody essentially turned on most people turned on him and was like, you know what, we cannot stand for this. It's so funny how it takes a man for him to get abused, and now we need to get him out of here. He needs to go. He needs to leave, this, that, and the third. But he's been terrorizing women for so long, and nothing gets done. We get the video of Cassie. Oh, statute of limitation. Oh, there's nothing we can do. I was very surprised, and I was talking to my best friend about this. I said I would be very surprised if he ever gets any jail time. At this point, I don't even know. Nothing has really come out saying that he possibly could just yet. Everything is new. They're looking into indict him. But I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. I thought that he was definitely going to get out of this scathe-free. I didn't think he would never get his brand deals ever again. He'll never, sponsors and stuff like that. Those people have already done pulled out, brands and businesses and stuff like that. He's hurt financially when it comes to that. I just never thought that it would get to the point where he would actually go to jail. Okay, but the more and more people come out and we hear the stories on all these accusers, because what the feds found, and my thing is, this is, girl, you hide all your evidence in the house. You ain't think to burn that shit up? I don't know. That's weird. Diddy is weird. That's just who he is. I don't know. There really is nothing else to say, but good job to the feds. Glad that justice is being served. Okay. Things is moving and shaking, and we'll see what happens. I'll definitely update you if anything else. And we can move on with our next topic, child. Now, the other thing I want to get into, child. All right. So, look, here's the thing. I'm going to put a disclaimer out here. I ain't going to, look, ain't nobody gonna talk about nobody's child, okay? For y'all be there oh my goodness, y'all, that's still a child at the end of the day. You can't say all that. Things must be said so that I can get to my point, okay? And I say all that to say, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's daughter, Northwest, started a really big conversation on nepotism, okay? You know the Kardashian family, they always love to plague every facet of pop culture with their presence. Let's get into it. So Northwest performed as young Simba in the 30th anniversary live concert special of Disney's Lion King. Okay, at the Hollywood Bowl at Los Angeles, okay? And the people were not happy about her performance, claiming that nepotism played a part in North landing the role. No shit, right? And also the performance was horrendous. It's one thing to get a role because your mama bought it, because your mama paid somebody, or that your mama is somebody, so they gave you the role to appease her, or whatever the case was. It's another thing to also have a horrendous show. Like, I don't have a problem with Nepo babies as long as you producing good work. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Let me get a good example. I think y'all not gonna agree with me with this, but I'm gonna go on this short tangent. I'm gonna go back. But like Kylie Cosmetics. Now, Kylie Cosmetics ain't shit now. But when Kylie Cosmetics came out, it was good. It was something that was good. And we know that she got the makeup line and all that because of nepotism, because her mom was doing it. But at least she had like a good product. This situation, this performance was horrendous, okay? First of all, North was not singing on beat. The vocals was horrendous. She had a lack of stage presence. I don't know what she was wearing. I think it was like reminiscent of, I guess, what her dad be wearing back in the day with Graduation, with the whole big bear, big fluffy, and everybody else was like in actual Lion King uniform and stuff, and you just looked at like the oddball out. It just was not good. It was not good. Okay, let's be very clear. And I don't want nobody being like, oh, that's a child at the end of the day, girl. As much as y'all vilify, as much as y'all said came for Blue Ivy, okay, it said that girl can't dance and that she's stiff and that she nappy headed, she got big feet. And I'm not saying this, I'm repeating what I've heard on the internet, right? I'm just saying that the performance was not good. Okay, before y'all sit there and say I'm coming for somebody's child. And I don't blame the child. I blame her warlock of a mother, Kim. Okay, you set your daughter up for failure. Let's be very clear. Your daughter couldn't sing, let alone do Broadway, because that's what this was like. It just, Kim. And I really think the sinister part in all this is that Kim paid for North to do this role. This was a role that had an audition. Like, kids, real kids that got real talent, that can really sing and really perform, audition for this role. There was a mother on social media, I believe on TikTok, that she actually called out Kim Kardashian from, you essentially paid, it's all alleged because whatever, it's not been confirmed, but you paid for your daughter to have this role and to sing for this show, while her daughter auditioned. She did multiple rounds of auditions. And it's one thing, because I already know that feeling, like getting into the workforce after college, like this, and just going through the rounds of interviews, and then some type of curveball is a curveball reason on why you didn't get it. Oh, this person paid for it. And we all know, she knew from the moment she saw Kim Kardashian and her daughter there. I was like, oh, anybody gonna get this damn role but her. She paying for it. I know the feeling of going through like the different rounds of interviews. I remember, I digress for a second and I'll go back. But I remember when I was in my little journey trying to find my little radio job or whatever, there was this big station. I went through 3 rounds of interviews. I talked to the recruiter. I talked to who would have been my boss. And then I talked to who would have been my coworkers, right? Boss was great. I hit it off with her. Like, we was kikiing and everything. The recruiter and then with the coworkers, they were real nitpicky out now that I add. But I say all that to say, at the end of the day, they emailed me. The boss, who would have been my boss, emailed me and was like, yeah, we decided to go with somebody that worked with us before, someone that did freelance work with us. I'm like, what the hell did you have me do all this for if y'all was going to choose somebody that worked with y'all before? Like, so I really felt that parent when she said going through the rounds and then, boop, sorry, last minute decision, sorry. Like, your child really worked her ass off, probably, as of probably all the kids that auditioned for this role, and just to find out that somebody that got money made it. And then when you watch it, just like a person that has real talent, just looking at how much better they could have done. Shame on the casting director for chasing the check and not prioritizing a good show, because her inability to have a good performance here, it really messed up the entire moment. And this is a big thing. This is the Lion King. Okay. Broadway ain't doing that. Okay, I don't know if you look. My first Broadway show was Schoolhouse of Rock, and I hated the movie. But when I tell you, when I seen the Broadway musical of that, those kids can freaking dance, sing, and play instruments at the same time. It sounded like studio. It sounded like I was listening to the song in studio. Edited and everything, auto-tune and everything. Like, these kids can sing. Okay. North, and I'm not saying North is not talented. She's very talented. I loved her little part on the Mrs. Westy, like that. That's cute. Maybe she could be a rapper. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that. She could follow her mother's footsteps and do, clothing brands and stuff like that. Whatever she does, it's gonna be a success. Like, she has fans already. But don't get into this space where people work their ass off and then you just coming in not knowing nothing. Just like when they threw Kendall in the shit. Okay, they threw her. Now, okay, she's a good model. She developed as a model, I will add. Okay, but when she first was a little child and y'all was throwing her in them little roles, she didn't care about that. And then that role could have been for somebody else that could have walked the damn runway or whatever. She wasn't ready for that shit. And maybe with some vocal coaching or whatever, maybe North can sing. Maybe, that could have been a thing too, but you got to work for it though. At some level, and I get it, nepotism is just going to be a thing for society because there's always going to be rich people and they're going to have kids and those kids are going to benefit from their rich parents. And I'm just speaking for myself. I can only speak for myself. Ain't nobody jealous of that. It's just the simple fact that you got here and then you farted on the mic. Like, you didn't prepare. It didn't seem like she auditioned for not auditioned. No, she didn't audition for it. Let's be clear. It didn't seem like she rehearsed for this role. Like, it just was given very much sing along on the TV. You watching the little Disney sing along movies and you doing your little karaoke night. Like, it gave very much karaoke night. Let's be very clear. And for the people that's gonna be like, oh my God, whatever, y'all just jealous and the third. Y'all talk about, I always want to bring up nepotism. But my thing is this, I think people are keeping that same energy because when it was announced that Blue Ivy was going to voice act in the new Mufasa movie, that's all I was seeing on Twitter. Was that this is nepotism. She's a nepo baby. She don't got no talent. I mean, they said that when she was on tour and she was dancing and stuff like that with Beyonce for a couple seconds. Like, y'all tried to throw it there. So I'm just like, people are keeping that same energy. If you're going to say that about Blue, we're going to say that about her. But at least Blue got some goddamn talent though, with her, though. At least Blue really could dance. Okay, I don't know if she could sing or not. Her mom don't be putting her in those positions, Kim, okay, to be embarrassed. But the girl can dance. She is talented. We can see that. Okay. Okay, yeah, she benefit from nepotism too. But at least she got a little bit more talent. North can draw. She might be a Picasso. Let her do that. I want Kim to, look, baby, you just can't. I don't know if singing is your thing, girl. I think your paintings are very good if she did paint it. Because it was like she went viral some time ago because Kim was like, oh my God, look what North drew. And it's just, oh, okay, Picasso. Okay. Da Vinci. But pick something that she's good at. And if she excels in it because of nepotism, that's fine. That's natural. That's going to happen. But we don't want to see you sing we don't want to hear you sing no more. I'm sorry. We don't want to hear it. Like, my ears, oh my God. And give people that are not as fortunate as you, but have that passion and have that drive, a chance to really make a good show. Anyway, I guess I'm going to the circles, child. Let's move on, honey. I got to talk about a scam Kingston. As Lovely T would say. Yeah. So he's never been on my radar. I've never talked about him before, but he has recently been all over the news, okay? I'm going to read this article from the Jasmine brand. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, okay? Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Why did they delete y'all on Instagram, girl? I heard part of y'all radio, but I was going to work, so I couldn't wait till the commercial come off. But that's messed up. They need to get y'all Instagram back. But anyway, according to TMZ, Sean is looking at 10 charges related to the raid that was conducted at his Florida home last week. As previously reported, Sean Kingston wasn't home during the incident, but his 61-year-old mother, Janice Turner, who allegedly joined him in the report crime spree, was present at the residence and arrested hours later. After sharing an IG claiming that his lawyers were handling the situation, Sean Kingston himself was arrested in California. Now, Janice Turner was released May 27th. That was on a $160,000 bond. And is reportedly facing 8 charges, including conducting an organized scheme to defraud, grand theft, and identity theft. Now, Kingston was expected to appear in court for his hearing before sent back to Florida. According to the report, some of his charges include an organized scheme to defraud several companies, defund banks, and prohibition violations, and a grand theft charge of $86,000 plus, right, for the customized bed. A customized bed, child. Now, it's alleged that Kingston and his mother were able to get away with a little over $1 million worth of items due to their scheme. Allegedly, this includes nearly $500,000 in jewelry, over $200,000 from Bank of America, a Cadillac Escalade, almost $160,000, and $100,000 from the First Republic Bank, plus $86,000 for the bed. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money they done stole, schemed, and slithered their way into getting. Okay. Now, I was catching up with the Tea Time Unfiltered with Lovely T. Shout out to her. Because I had no idea how much of a scammer Sean Kingston was. Like I said, he was not on my radar. It hasn't been on my radar for a minute. But when I was listening to her podcast, she would say that she brought up all the stuff that he did, like basically going to these jewelers and essentially asking for tabs on different jewelry and saying that, oh, I'll pay him back. Or he'll claim that Justin is my best friend. This is for Justin. Like he would bring up Justin Bieber, like saying, because I guess they had a little bit of a friendship back then. He also would put different tabs on narcotics, okay, and claim that it's for Justin. He also faked like he owned a jet, and he had this deal with this jet company to buy one of their, I think, G5 jets. And basically he signed the contract and he was set to pay at a certain time. But when that time came, he didn't pay. And they basically tried to contact him for payment and he ghosted them. And I'm like, does this man have a death wish? Like, you putting tabs on drugs? They didn't try to ice your ass yet? And that's for the jet company. Okay, you let his broke ass hold that damn jet without putting a down payment on it? Because I seen that lady on TikTok talking about the company, I think it's called Nova Jets or something like that, talking about how, yeah, essentially we gave him the contract and without giving he didn't give a single dollar, and we told him what date he was supposed to pay and he didn't pay and he just left us on red. Y'all put too much faith in these damn celebrities, okay? Like Lovely T said, real money talks. You don't know how to Google these bitches, okay? If a celebrity expects freebies and tabs, just know they don't have any money. You think Beyonce gonna have tabs on things? Now, look, I don't know that to be true. If anybody has any information, feel free, but I ain't never heard of that shit before. But definitely some celebrities that don't got the money in their account, child, that are thousandaires just like you and me. That's over here saying tabs. I remember that one time Usher was giving out Usher bucks to strippers. Like, how disgusting is that? Yeah, like I said, the owner spoke out on social media. Sean fired back at them. This was like over the jet, and basically said that, oh no, you said this was a G5, but this was really a G3, and this was made in the 80s. But it's a bit disingenuous because your monkey ass was boasting about it on the gram, saying that, oh my goodness, I got this new jet. I bought it it's like, are you still living in 2012, 2013? You do know, if you got to boast about owning a jet, we just know you rented it. Like, I don't know what he is, rapper, singer, dance hall artist. But artists don't do that no more because we can clock their T. And you ain't had a hit since I think I was in middle school. A whole child. Okay, that's the last time I heard of a Sean Kingston song that ever did well. What the hell do you need a jet for anyway? You're not touring. And that's the problem with you scammers. Y'all don't know when to stop, okay? Because I really felt like he and his mammy has been doing this for so long, and got these people thinking, yo, I'll pay them back. I'll pay. At this day and age, in the height of scammers, and I don't want to victim blame or anything like that, but I gotta blame some of these companies. Or maybe y'all did it on purpose so y'all can y'all can rack up all the funds that he had on his tab that he was gonna pay and never pay, so that y'all can prosecute him. I see what y'all doing. Okay, I get it now. I get it. Hell yeah, I ain't gonna stop. Look, you get me a $5,000 chain. Oh, okay, and then you want this, and then you want that, and you still ain't get my tab back. I'm adding all that shit up, okay, and waiting for the operative moment, okay, to be like, hey, he owes us X amount of dollars for the chains that we gave him. See, you playing a stupid ass game, and you might not see the light of day ever. Girl, 10 counts. Well, let me look back at the notes, child. 10 charges. Oh my. They had the mom out there because I guess they released the mom. She over here on video talking about how she free. You only free for a couple more days, child. So you got to go back to court and sentencing. Like, y'all are like, I have no respect for scammers. Like, I really don't. And because I'm also the type that I don't care about big business or anything like that. Like, I don't give a crap. But if you a scam like a big business like that handles like they handling you right now, you could do that to somebody else. The next thing would be, the shit that Apollo from Real Housewives of Atlanta got arrested for, child, stealing regular people money. You could steal regular people money. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like scammers, because they just don't know when to stop, and they just keep on going and going until it's to the point where your ass is in trouble, child. You in danger. It just makes no damn sense. To me, it just makes no sense. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. I have nothing else to say other than, girl, your ass is going to jail. That part. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. I did want to talk about Candace Owens, child. You know, we got to talk about Candace, honey. I can hear Tamel right now in the. Hey, Tamel. I know this is your favorite girl, but I got to get into her a little bit, right? Candace Owens, she chooses to hop on X, formerly known as Twitter, to vilify men watching adult film. Okay, now she did say in quotes, ban adult film. It is a psychological weapon intended to weaken our men. Now she follows up and says adult film was created as a tool of enslavement, not freedom. It was created by the most deprived among our human race, psychologically introducing homosexuality, pedophilia, incest, religious sacraments, and Satanists. Okay, ban it and stigmatize everyone who defends or profits from it. And then she also added, I also want to say to the men that struggle with adult film, you were the intended victims of it. Don't feel ashamed talking about it. Knowing that it's wrong is the great step. But aren't you the person that always tell people to not be a victim to things? Okay, anyway, it's pretty radical of her to say, but it's on brand. Anyway, Cardi disagrees. I want to bring up Cardi too, because she definitely brought her 2 cents into the whole situation. Cardi, I guess, was on like one of the blogs and she responded. She was like, OMG, why y'all so against adult film? Is it that bad of y'all? I enjoy it. I don't know. I guess it's a 6 times a year thing for me. I personally feel no connection or addiction to it. It's just a quick 1-2, nothing like real intimacy. Okay. And then she followed up by saying it actually should teach men how to please women. What? We'll get into that a little bit later. For starters, I think it's on brand for Candace to say this. We know that's on the dossier for Project 2025 is to ban adult film and to stigmatize it and to make it illegal to produce, to watch, comparing it to pedophilia. That's definitely something that's up their alley. That's very on brand for Candace Owens to say. It was so random though, but she does do a lot of random tweets that invoke like some type of anger or something like that. She probably accidentally saw some male content creators on her husband's Twitter, allegedly, okay? I don't know. As for Cardi, girl, no. Porn should not be a teacher for these men. Okay, let's be very clear. The part where she says it actually should teach men how to please women, I think that you shouldn't be looking to adult film for pointers onto how to please your mate or anything like that. Watching these people do what they do is not to be imitated in real life. It's for entertainment purposes. Do with that information what you will. But I like the part where Cardi did say she's not hooked on it. And I think that, yeah, there are people that are hooked on it that have a problem. They're watching it every day. They can't go a day, a minute without doing what they're doing. Watching those clips and stuff. And then there's people that do it on occasion where it's just like, okay, it's just something I like to do, whatever. It's on again, off again. It's not all the time. I participate in actual intercourse with people or whatever the case is. It's whatever. My thoughts on the matter, though, I believe in having a conversation about how adult film could rot the brains of many men. I think that's very valid. I think people in general, because I've spoke to a lot of women that said they once were addicted to adult film as well. That's something that affects everybody. It's something that can become addictive. You could be addicted to anything. There is a truth to that, and I believe that there should be a conversation about that and advocacy against doing it that much or watching that type of content that much. But because there are people that are clear addicts of it, the people that are watching it on occasion, they have to suffer because now it's banned for everybody. With that logic, I think we should ban liquor because alcoholism got men in a chokehold. Weed makes people lazy. Let's ban it again. You see how this is a slippery slope? I don't like that. If this country can ban adult film, what's stopping it from banning something else that's considered immoral? What is immoral? Because your version and my version is two different things. Okay, so that's where it gets mixed, and that's where it's, okay, we got this ban, now let's ban that. Let's ban that. Until it's something that y'all like, until it's something that pisses y'all off because it's something that y'all like to do, then it becomes a problem. This is the same thing, the same conversation I had with TikTok. Okay, y'all had your problem with data and all this other stuff, and she was in Candace, you were against them banning TikTok. Okay, let's be very clear, because it's the country telling us we can't interact with this. We are not allowed to be on this, or for whatever reason. Now, a government ain't gonna tell me that I can't tickle my fancy if I want to, and that's no pun intended. Let's be very clear on that. I don't like a country telling me what I can and cannot do. And that goes, like I said, it goes back to the TikTok conversation. I think that we should hold space for some type of advocacy against people, because I don't want to just single out men. Now, she likes to single out men, and I'm just like, okay, no, this affects everybody. Holding space and advocacy against doing that excessively, maybe saying that, okay, maybe these people just need help. Maybe these people just need to talk to somebody, because I don't think that getting rid of it is going to really stop anything either, because people are just going to revert back to buying tapes off people in nefarious small stores and stuff like that, and reading magazines and stuff. Like, it's not going to stop. I don't care how much people will start doing it behind closed doors. It's okay, I'm selling this tape on a lot, like they do the pirated movies and stuff. So I don't think that getting rid of this online and getting rid of all the sites is going to do anything. I definitely feel, and before y'all sit there and be like, oh my God, y'all, Candace be right. Y'all just look, I will take what she said about homosexuality with a grain of salt. With that first little line there, everything else she said was good, because I do feel like porn does highlight certain things that are not like with the incest stuff and the underage stuff, which is pedophilic. It can be. I would also say race play, and it's impressionable on young people, because we know that young kids are watching it. Those sites have done their best to try to eradicate those videos and whatnot, but at the end of the day, you just, I don't feel comfortable, and this is not even just about the adult film, this is just about anything. I don't feel comfortable with a government telling me that I cannot do this and I will get in trouble if I am caught or whatever, prosecuted, fined, whatever the hell, because I'm caught doing this. We could be catching some real criminals out there. We worried about the wrong thing. You worried about somebody flicking a bean off a damn video. There's people just doing actual crime in this country, okay, and injustice. And we worried about somebody watching something and getting off. It's not the biggest problem in the world. I'm sorry. Y'all like to, and it's these conservatives. Y'all like to make every little thing immoral, against the Bible, this other stuff. Child, look, it's not. Look, if it ain't hurting you, what's going on? You got your kids. Be sure to shield your kids from that. Okay, so they don't fall into that path, and you'll be fine. Why are you worried about the next person? It just don't make any sense. But it could just be me. I'll let y'all tell me what y'all think. But girl, get out of here with that. Okay, for the last part of the show, I do want to get into some other things. I did want to talk about Nicki before I get up out of here. So basically, while on Station Head, Nicki Minaj briefly discusses her experience in Amsterdam following her recent arrest. She says that the treatment she endured while in jail was inhumane, and she wouldn't wish that on anyone. She also revealed that although it was reported that she was released, she was actually still in police custody. And that's probably why her show, because if y'all don't know, her show got canceled that same night. These bitches is lying. But anyway, I'm gonna play what she had to say.
Not being able to get to Manchester, I don't know when was the last time I felt that much, like that low. And not only that, but just knowing that something is being done to you on purpose. You are a confident other race. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it and tell you guys the joy they took in it, even while I was there. I'm not going to even, oh my God. Anyway.
The part where she said that even though it was reported that I was released, I still was in police custody. Like, that's some other country, child. I mean, it's crazy, but like, they really can do whatever they want to anybody, it seems. And like I said before in the old video, like they are trying to, like, they love to humble Black people, I should say, right? I really do feel bad for Nicki, and I hope she's able to finish the rest of her tour as she wants to. I think that's all I have for today. Yeah, that's all I have for today, honey. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I will be back with the next one soon, whenever. I don't know. Could be Friday, could be Monday, honey. I wouldn't know. But see y'all later.